Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for May 5th to the 14th. This is for Cancer, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity. To get more specific and detailed with your reading, Cancer, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it's been used for thousands of years, and I finally made a video. I'm gonna put the link up somewhere in here. You'll see it up there at some point. But explaining why I use astrology, but it really does bring a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Cancer, you'll notice I said May 5th to the 14th. I would normally do 8th to the 14th for the weekly, but we do have to include that full moon lunar eclipse that's happening in Scorpio, all right? That's happening on the 5th. So that is really intense. It's really big. It's setting, here's the thing. It's eclipses happen in series, all right? And I say this for I've been saying it for every sign. This one is really intense. This one's really deep, okay? This one's in Scorpio. There's that intensity. It's the last full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, okay? So, you know, I always said there are a series, right? Think back what happened. May, all right? 15th, 2022. Something around that time could surface, all right? We can even go back to November 2021 if you want to do that as well. See what happened around that time. But Cancer, this eclipse is actually in your 5th house, all right? So what this eclipse is basically doing, it's asking you to surrender something, okay? And so the way that I'm looking at your chart, it almost seems like there's something that you're going to release or you'll want to release that you've just outgrown, something that was fun for you in the past, and now you're just like, okay, I'm over this, okay? Because the 5th house is all about pleasure, okay? It is the 5th house, you know, it's pleasure, it's love, it's romance. So some of y'all, it may be eclipsing, you know, a partner out of your life. It's creativity, self-expression. Maybe there's something that you've, about yourself that you're eclipsing out that you just know is like, I don't know if this is serving me well anymore. I don't know if this is something that I actually really, you know, it's not empowering me, okay? And so I want you to see this eclipse as more as being cathartic, okay? And eclipses are game changers. So it may be something that happens suddenly. Uranus is, you know, is opposing it, okay? So Uranus is the planet of surprises. So something unexpected could happen. Now, here, I have to make something very clear, Cancer. The eclipses, this is for any major aspect. I want you to think about, you're at home, you're cooking soup on a stove, okay? Now, you turn on the burner, right? There's energy. The heat is coming through. And then the soup boils. Hey, that's the day of the eclipse, all right? You turn off the burner. There's still energy there, okay? And so some Cancers may have felt this, you know, this movement of eclipsing something out of your life, of really just using something, feeling more empowered in a certain area by surrendering something. Maybe you felt it, you know, the past week, the past few weeks. Maybe you're feeling it now. Maybe you're feeling it on the day of the eclipse, or maybe you'll feel it for, you know, later this month, or, you know, up to 6 months, okay? But the good news is it is the last full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So just remember, this is a way for you to just think of it as a purging, as a detoxifying, okay? Something, but because it is your 5th house, something that may have brought you pleasure and something that could possibly have to deal with, you know, love, relationships. I'm not going to lie, Pluto moved into your 8th house, okay, of death and rebirth. All right, so that's big transformations happening for you right now. And the 8th house also rules sex. 5th house rules sex as well. All right, in different ways. And I'm not going to get too much into it, but just, you know, put 2 and 2 together. If the 5th house is the house of pleasure and fun, and right, it's you know, maybe there's maybe you have like a friends with benefit situation where you're just like, I don't want this anymore. I want like real love, right? And the reason I say that is because 2 days after the eclipse, Venus moves into your sign. So this is, speaking of love, this is love, 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 love. As we know, Mars is already in your sign, so we have Venus and Mars in your sign, okay? Starting May 7th, okay? And that's going to be there for 2 weeks. This is extraordinary, all right? So that's a lot of love. That's very, it's such a beautiful, it's very nurturing, it's very loving, it's very, you know, even self-love too, all right? You're going to feel that too. It is your 1st house, okay? So it's you. It's identity. It's, even there may be some of y'all may be thinking about ways to change your appearance in some way. The first house does rule the body. All right. Venus is, all about beauty, right? So you think about that. Just give that a little think. And then the last thing is Mercury actually finally does go retrograde on May 14th. So that's a lot happening this week. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on for you for May 5th to the 14th. Again, this is for Cancer, Sun, and Rising. And for anyone reading for your Moon or your Venus or any other, it's you're more than welcome to. You are more than welcome to. I always say Rising. Oh, actually, that's funny because that's the other thing in the video. I talk about the Rising. I talk about the Rising sign and why you should be reading your Rising sign and how it is the other half, of the Sun. And it's really, really important. But let's just go ahead and get to it. You'll see my dog has joined me. I think that she in your reading last time. Sometimes she's up here, sometimes she's not. Usually she is sleeping. And she takes up all my table space. So I have to do this a little carefully here, so I don't want to wake her up. All right, so Cancer, this is going to be, oh gosh, this is going to be a sweet week for you. There's going to be something that does happen, with this eclipse. Again, there's going to be something, you see what's happening here, right? Let's get started. Queen of Cups, I love this. Absolutely love this for you. You know this is you, right? The Queen of Cups is Cancer, all right? Double water, by the way. And the Queen, all the Queens are water, Cups, water, okay? So, double water here. Very emotional, very like that intensity, okay? And now think about Cancer. Think about your side, right? Y'all are very intuitive, okay? You're very intuitive. You are very emotionally driven. That's, I always say it. It's like Princess Diana energy here. I really love this, all right? Really in touch with her emotional side. She's a queen that leads with her heart. So much love to give, so much self-love as well. You do see her feet in the water there, right? Water emotions, all right? So this is really beautiful because this came up in your past. So it's almost like you're in it, right? It's just, you're feeling, it's that feel-good energy, all right? I want you to embrace that. I really want you to embrace that moving forward, okay? It looks like you will be because, hi, you got the Six of Cups in the heart of your spread. I have not seen the Six of Cups in the heart of the spread in a really long time. I'm like, you're going to make me cry, Cancer. This is how much I love this, okay? So, six, I always say six is harmony. It's the heart of the tree of life, all right? This is, again, back to beauty. It's such a great card. This is a week, and this is like the headline week of the headline news of the week. A lot of comfort, a lot of security, okay, a lot of protection, and it's also like it's almost like don't be so serious this week, okay? Don't be so serious. This is, look at the kids. Look at all the sweetness in this card. And it is the biggest house in tarot, indicating there is so much protection here, okay? For some of you Cancers who are still, maybe if you feel like you're on edge about something, let your guard down and let that love pour out, okay? Just do it. Just do it. You'll feel it. It'll feel really good, all right? Maybe just think of like Patrick Dempsey from like the 80s smiling. That'll put a smile on your face, right? Now, here's the other thing. The reason I say that is you see the little man in the corner here? You can barely see him. There's a reason why. It's a guard, okay? He's leaving. He's leaving. The guard has left the building. You can put your guard down this week. I mean, you just have that love flowing. One other thing that I do want to mention is Mercury is retrograde. It's a good time to think about the past in terms of reassessing things and reevaluating things, right? There could be some people coming back from your past, actually, with this in the heart of your spread. This is a big card of nostalgia, which ironically, that Patrick Dempsey reference is funny. But listen, big card of nostalgia, nostalgic moments. Now, I've said this in many readings, okay? And I always say it. Nostalgia is proven through research to improve well-being, mental health, quality of life. So have nostalgic moments this week, but also just really let your guard down and really just open up and be open to sharing and loving and giving and receiving. And just, it's such a beautiful, Beautiful card. Okay, now you did get death in your challenge area. So this is actually a great card, and it's in your challenge area. So that is indicating for me that there is a lot of y'all are going through this transformative experience. But two things here. One, some of y'all are resisting it. Go with it. Go with it. Everything is going to happen for the better. Okay, go with it. All right. And then secondly, some of y'all are. It's almost like if you are trying to make changes in your life and some things you're like hitting roadblocks, don't force it. Okay, things are going to come naturally. This is a week where we have this major eclipse that where things it's not a good time to like initiate things, especially because this eclipse isn't for that. Okay, remember, it's more of like a purging, detoxifying, just letting things go that don't serve you well. Okay, so not a great time to like and also because Mercury is retrograde, so you don't want to like start new things or whatnot. So don't try to force something this week. Just things will happen. Okay, just be in the zone, be in the I mean, this is your second cup here. It's cups. Okay, love. Okay, I want you to focus on that love aspect, all right? Especially because Venus is going in your sign, all right? Now, you did get the 7 of Wands in your crown with a star in the root of your spread. So the 7 of Wands, this is very interesting because look, what I said earlier with the death, like you can see him, here's the thing. 7 of Wands. This card is all about valor, all right? It's all about drawing a line in the sand. Some of y'all are doing that, may do that this week, but it's more in terms of like protecting everything that you've worked for. Okay, protecting everything that you've worked for. You're not letting anyone knock you down off this hill. You're not letting anyone take anything away from you. Like standing your ground, standing for what you believe in. Okay, I love that. All right, it might be a little exhaustive in terms of with this eclipse that's happening, but hey, he's very successful. Okay, he's really good at doing this. All right, there could be a sense for some of y'all where people you may be feeling that people are coming after you for some reason, like whether it's at work, maybe like a colleague gives you like side eye, or maybe there's like your partner, like there may be some sort of argument. Again, this eclipse is really heavy. It's really deep. Okay, it's really deep, and it is in your 5th house. All right, so just let your guard down, but don't do it. Don't put it so down where it allows people to, take advantage of you, right? Like just still stand your ground, right? You can have that balance. Now, you did get the star, all right? So I love this for you. I absolutely love this for you. I already mentioned Pluto's has gone into Aquarius. Pluto has gone retrograde. We'll talk about that later. But Pluto has gone into Aquarius, and this card is ruled by Aquarius, all right? This card comes after the Tower. This is faith, having faith, okay? Have that faith. Everything's going to work out for you. Have that faith. This is all about hope. This is also a lot of healing, okay? A lot of healing energy, but it is the stars aligning for you. You see the 7 outer stars. Think of it as the 7 chakras in your body aligning, okay? And then you see they're all 8-pointed, 8 for strength, all right? So I really love this for you because remember I said, if you saw my monthly reading, Jupiter is just about to go into your 11th house. All right, that's next week. All right, so not only is Jupiter going into your 11th house, we have a new moon in Taurus, which is your 11th house, and that is not only your social network, your organizations you belong to, but the 11th house also rules your hopes and wishes. Boom. So hold on to that. All right, you're good. Now you did get the 7 of Swords in your future, so there is a sense of there is going to be something. Okay. Some of y'all may have, I call this a lying, cheating, stealing card. So some of y'all with this eclipse, not surprised. This eclipse in Scorpio, just real quickly, like think about secrets being revealed. All right. So some of y'all may feel that. And so you may find out that someone is lying to you about something or may, possibly cheating on you or stealing from you in some sense. But also a lot of it's like, looking at your entire spread, it really could be you as well. Like at this point, you're gonna have to face some truth, because there could be something that happens this week where it's you really do something maybe eclipsed out, and that eclipse could be really heavy, and you could really tap into a side of yourself where you're just all up here, and it start this like psychological warfare. I don't want you to do that, okay? I want you to face these truth and face the fact that these things are happening, okay? Because that's, the Seven of Swords came up in your future, and then boom, there you go. Face any of your truth. And if you do find out that there is something being, like, this is very Machiavellian, right? There, if someone is doing something like very underhanded or like, really sneaky or weird around you, know that broad daylight, he can be caught. All right, he can be easily caught. Okay, so there could be like some sort of weird attempt to like get at you, and again, it really is more, I was getting more of an energy of it's you being in your own head. But if it does resonate that there is someone that is doing something like in a weird way, all right, work, career, family, your partner, neighbors or whatnot, have that moment, confront them. Okay, confront them. Remember, you've got the Seven of Wands, all right, you got the Seven of Wands in your crown. And then if you think about the tree of life, the Sephira of the seven, it is ruled by it's all about desire, right? It's ruled by Venus, but it's victory. Okay, so you're good, especially clarified. You got the Hierophant, which is absolutely amazing, because I just talked about all this activity that's happening in Taurus, and more activity moving into Taurus next week. Okay, ruled by Taurus. Okay, the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. Now he is, like Greek priest, right? He is the Pope energy. He connects, the divine, right, with our physical reality. Okay, who else wears a triple crown like that? All right, so this is someone who has that deep sacred knowledge, someone who is very wise, but very, very like structure based, right? Tradition based, like really kind of like rooting us down. Again, remember Taurus, very earthbound. It's an earth sign. So this is really great, because once you face your truths, boom, you have all that deep sacred knowledge that you've if you have any questions, they're going to be answered. You just have to face your truth. And then if there is someone or something doing something, kind of around you this week, especially with that full moon lunar eclipse, have that moment. I say it all the time, your cardinal signs are leaders, all right? Have that moment to confront them and clear that air. Clear the air, all right? Because you do not want anyone to have any sort of impact on this. Remember, you have the Six of Cups in the heart of your spread. Do not let anyone ruin this moment. This is all about love and compassion and sharing and feeling just like so free. Again, just, you do have all this protection, okay? You have all this protection and security this week, all right? And so I do love that the Hierophant is clarifying for both situations. If it is in your physical reality, if someone's doing underhanded, or if it's you that's just not, afraid to face some of these truths that may come up this week, face those truths. You have the Hierophant as a clarifier. That's amazing. Okay, now let's get to your staff. This is actually so crazy for me. I can't believe what's happening here. This is amazing. Cancer, if you like this reading, by the way, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really does, help my channel grow. And I love hearing from y'all. If you're not a commenter, I love emojis. I love getting the most random ones that I'm like, I didn't even know that existed. Secondly, if you are a subscriber, I just want to thank you. You're amazing. You're awesome. I love you so much. Listen, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So I am truly grateful, and I am very thankful. So let's get to your staff. Like, look at this. You're good. Now, I'm going to show you something here. You got another 7, okay? You've got 3 sevens here. And why is this important? Because what did I say earlier? 7 in the tree of life is ruled by Venus, okay? And so Venus is moving into your sign this week. All right. So I already love the synchronicity there. And then remember I said 7 is victory, and it's like it's really desire too. Okay. But it's just something that I want you to know, like, this is all about desire. Like, just go, like, really, facing your truth, standing your ground. And now, did you get this in your monthly? You did, right? The 7 of Pentacles? You did. So this is a card of hold on, let me just make sure I'm putting these all in the right place. Yeah, okay. And so this is a card of you right now. You may be making an important decision this week, okay? It looks like it. One thing that I always say is when this card comes up, especially where it came up in your staff, okay? Because the placements are always matter. It always changes the meaning. Now, where it comes up in your staff, it's saying that there is something that you may have to face this week, okay? And there's 2 reasons why for that. One, some of y'all may feel that you are on the wrong path, and some of you may feel that you do want to start this new path, or you want to ascend on the path that you're on. Secondly, some of y'all are thinking that the things that you actually want, your hopes and dreams and wishes, are not happening soon enough, okay? Have that patience. You'll be fine. Have that patience. Everything is going to happen. That was what the star is for. Came in the root of your spread, okay? And so one thing that is happening here, I want you to notice 2 things. You see him looking back at everything he's raked in, right? Blood, sweat, and tears, everything that he's worked hard for, everything that he's invested in, and now he's taking a break. So some of y'all, again, maybe thinking about that, like maybe some sort of pivot in your career. You're thinking, is this worth it? Is this worth it to continue on this path? And again, I'm not telling anyone that you're on the wrong path. I'm saying, like, take that moment to think about, is this it? Is this, should I be going on this path? Is there a new path? Or if I'm on the right path, what can I do to ascend? What can I do to, is it time to ask for a job promotion? Is it time to, maybe I've learned enough to start my own business, right? Think about elevation and ascension, and it's just a good time to think about that. But here's the thing, don't spend too much time, because he's looking back. We want you to move forward. We want you to look forward, okay? So it's time to remember, take some time this week to really think about those things, but don't really let it affect, don't let everything up here go here, all right? So keep this, just be very loving, all right? Be very loving and open to love this week. Now, the reason why things are going to be wonderful for you is because you did get the 4 of Wands, okay? You did get the 4 of Wands in your external factors area. So this is very interesting, all right? Because this is the last week that Jupiter is in Aries, all right? In your 10th house of career, fame, honors, achievements, public recognition, or even just recognition within, your orbit, okay? So this is it's like the hurrah card. And so this is reaching a milestone. And so this, and it's ruled by Aries, which is why I bring that up. So this is absolutely amazing. You are going to have something to celebrate, okay? Now, for some of y'all, it could be a message coming through is like, you may actually be going to like a wedding, or there could be something that you're celebrating, like, again, within your orbit. For someone else, maybe one of your friends got this big raise. Maybe there's something that's coming up that is, like an anniversary or whatnot. But there is this moment of hurrah, all right, joy, celebration that is to come, and that's amazing. So a lot of y'all, as long as you face this truth, all right, as long as you get this, 7 of Swords person, if it is in your physical reality, if you have that moment with them and clear the air, you're good. You got the Hierophant, and then boom, time to celebrate, okay? Now, when I say milestone, this is getting a new job. This is promotion. This is buying a home. This is getting married. This is proposal. Think about those milestone moments. I really love that for you. I mean, you are blessed. Speaking of blessings, if you are into numerology, or if, even look at this card, I mean, you see the 1111 that the wands make, and 4 is 4 wands anyway. So I love that you got the Six of Swords. All right. So this is saying that you do want to get out of this. If you are in this like headspace, and if things have been challenging, all you want to do is move forward. Okay. And that is great. All right. And that's why I have so much faith in you, because you got the Hierophant. Again, that spiritual leader, right? Someone who's wise, has all that deep sacred knowledge and wisdom. Okay, it's truly, I love that in your future. But there you go, this is all about moving forward. Remember I said that earlier, you got two cards where they're looking back. Time to move forward. All right, that's all you want right now, especially up here. All right, in your headspace. Okay, lastly, hey, you got the Two of Pentacles. Now, I think you got this in your last reading. I think you got this in your May reading, okay? Again, choices. Choices, it's all up to you, okay? This is in your final outcome. This is, indicating there is some something that you're gonna have to let go. Okay, it's time to make a decision. It's time to make a decision, especially because you got the Seven of Pentacles here. So time to make a decision. This is really interesting. This did come up in your May reading, all right? And so again, for some Cancers, it could be with career related, it could be money related, finance related, wealth related. Pentacles, like I said, very earthbound, okay? Very, very earthbound, all right? So this is your physical reality as well. Deciding, it could be a relationship. It could be, should I be moving homes? Like, it's what resonates with you. Is there a friend in my life that I need to that's not serving, that I need to let go? But it really is, there's what I always say, there's a lot of imbalance in this card, and we want to bring that balance back. Okay, so what do you need to do to bring that balance? All right, think about that. Okay, you see the Two Pentacles are actually bound in the sign of Infinity there. All right, so this juggler he could be juggling his entire life. You could be juggling this decision for a long time, but you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere if you sit on it for, so make that decision, because once you do, oh my gosh, there you go. You got the Six of Pentacles. Another great card. Listen, this is, okay, so how you got 3 sevens? Now you got 3 sixes, okay? You see this. All right, so in the heart of your spread, the Six of Cups, which I love, you got the Six of Swords moving forward from the turbulent waters, like a crystal clear. The sea is from this point forward, okay? Moving into the promised land, leaving all your troubles, any challenges, any obstacles behind. And now you got the Six of Pentacles. This is all about gratitude, generosity. This is a card where, it's understanding the balance between giving and receiving. But with it coming up in your final outcome, it looks like there is some of y'all who feel like you've been struggling, you're good. So money's coming through, help is coming through, support is coming through, okay? And then for some Cancers, it could be the other way around. It could be you that's actually bringing that to other people. You bring it, and then it's Pentacles, it's money, it's wealth. But again, remember, physical reality, it's your physical reality. And so what's really interesting is that it's coming after the Two of Pentacles here, all right? So remember what I said earlier about that balance. You do see the scale in his hand. That balance. Once you make that decision, even if you're stuck in a place where you just don't know, even if something you feel like it's out of your hands, you may be the person that actually has to be the one that makes the decision, and then it brings all that balance. Okay, so this is very deep. You have a deep reading, but again, for some of y'all, it could be you sharing the wealth. And when I say wealth, remember, it doesn't always have to do financially. Sharing the wealth in knowledge, sharing the wealth in love, in so many other ways. But it's that balance once you make that decision, and then facing any truths, okay? Even people that may be doing something really underhanded. But remember, look, you got, not only did you get the Hierophant here, in your final outcome, clarifying the Seven of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. right next to the Hierophant. I mean, come on. That's amazing. All right. So this is really great. What's interesting is you also, the Hierophant isn't the only Taurus card you pulled. Seven of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles are Taurus. Okay, so we're moving into, remember, Taurus, like so much energy in Taurus right now, and remember Jupiter's moving into Taurus too. So I really love you, and we are in Taurus season. So this is absolutely, this is again one of those very significant. Like you have 3 6s, you have 3 7s. If you're into numerology, right? 6 is the heart of the tree of life. You got 6 in the heart of your spread, and you got the 3 7s, which is all about victory, and it's ruled by Venus, as Venus is moving in your sign this week. Okay, so I actually love this for you. Just be part of this transformation that's happening. Okay, be part of this transformation that's happening in your life, and be willing to accept it. Be willing to accept it. All right, you're good. You're golden. I love that you got the start too. And you're good. Cancer, I love you. You're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week.